but there is so many, for someone that worked at a big company as well, like yourself, right? That some of the world's largest companies, GE, Daimler, big companies. There's a lot of good stuff that you can learn at these companies, right? And world class, right? There's a reason some of these companies have been around 100 years. They must have done something, right? Haworth, right? I mean, so learning those processes, and especially if you're earlier in your career, right, can be invaluable because you know what world class looks like, right? Doesn't mean you have to spend your entire career there, but it can be an awesome learning opportunity to really get in the trenches of what excellence really looks like, right?
Yeah. Well, one thing to point out, you nailed it. That's a little bit of what I did. I spent early my career in bigger companies, right, where I'm learning the processes, learning a little bit. And again, I didn't do it intentionally. In hindsight, I'm like, wow, that was pretty clever, but it wasn't planned, by the way. But one thing that's important, which goes along of how supply chain has changed as well, is that even in a big company, big corporation such as General Electric, Ingersoll Rand, Daimler, GM, their world is changing. Their cheese is being moved, and they are having to become very nimble and innovative, even in how they do their traditional things. They're acquiring, right? So when you have an acquisition, boom, there's a huge set of challenges that are associated with supply chain. So maybe in the past, that was not as prevalent, right? Because these big companies tended to kind of stay in their lane and like what they did. But just because the world has changed, it has also forced these great conglomerates to either divest, acquire. I recall when I was at Ingersoll Rand in the late 2009, 10, when we were going through the acquisition of Train, we were acquiring a company that was almost the same size as IR, right? So now look at the challenges and the call it the need for flexibility, innovation, and creating new processes that we thought we had nailed, and it's like, whoop, that process didn't work. We gotta figure out another one.
100%.